Space. It's fascinated us for years. But why is it so fascinating? Is it its beauty? Or is it because the darkness of it scares us? Space games allow us to feed our imagination with these questions and possibly find answers. No Man's Sky is one of these games filled with infinite possibilities to explore. We start off finding someone we lost in the story of this game, but we must also find ourselves. So join me as we navigate the sea of stars we call space. The game begins with initialization, where I wake up on a new world. Skies are blue, and I can see distant planets in view. It's a snowy planet with mountains all around me. I wake up fuzzy, not knowing where I am. All I have is my suit and multi-tool with me. Brand new world. We need ferrite dust, as usual, going through the usual. It's been a long time since I've started over. This game is just everything I ever wanted in a space game. I begin to walk around, coming across some of the strange plant and wildlife that this planet has to offer. I realize I need to repair my scanner with ferrite dust. This is required so that I can find sodium to recharge my thermal protection from this planet's harsh weather. Go to tab, we gotta repair our scanner. Literally, now we need to scan. Scanning. Scanning is fine. So we should be pretty darn good. Scan. Where are we at? Where is it? I didn't look. With the scanner repaired, I scan for sodium and find some and decide to head that way. Along the way, I get distracted and gather materials like hydrogen and some more ferrite dust for future needs. Unfortunately, I get a little carried away and deplete my mining laser of carbon. I have to punch a tree in order to gather carbon to recharge it, and need to be way more aware of these things in the future. Use Q! Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Yeah. So now you can punch trees. I don't remember ever being able to punch trees, but this is by far the most beautiful planet I have ever been on since playing this game. I haven't played it as much with all these new updates, but this thing is up there, dude. This game is just, it's fantastic, you know? Oh, I need sodium? I'm about to die. What is that? Oh, look, it's like a buffalo. Oh. After I'm done admiring the animals, I then continue my search for sodium. I eventually do find some, and I gather it. I recharge my hazmat protection from the harsh weather, and then I scan the terrain one last time and detect a starship within walking range. I want to make my way over to it so I can eventually make this starship mine. It is somewhat of a walk, but it's totally worth it once you acquire that starship and have a better means of transportation. I also realized that the entire time that I am describing this, while I was playing the game, I'm also talking about exactly what we're doing right now, a video of me doing this documentation. It's kind of weird, but I'm gonna play it anyway. And then we do it almost as a documentation, so there'll be a lot of voiceover from me, but also just in-game talking, because it is hard to have a little bit of a game plan, especially when you're doing a story-driven game. So, you know, we're just gonna run with it. It may be clunky at first, but that's a chance that we gotta take. You know, we have to live and learn through processes and through feedback from you guys. Gotta have that. I mean, that's just literally one of the most important things is feedback from you guys. I do, however, want to talk a little bit about this game, because obviously, I don't know, I believe it has been installed on this particular save file, but they have the new Omega update, which I was looking at the Omega Expedition there for just a second. I saw the trailer for that not too long ago. I don't think it's up yet, but it might be because of that. I think it is up. But the new ships, oh. Along the long walk to the ship, I begin to contemplate what it is about this game that attracts me to it so much. I've always loved space as a kid, and I've always loved space games, and the fact that this is infinitely generated and is so in-depth has absolutely fascinated me, and I've become addicted to it ever since. Anyway, as I crest the hill here, I do see the ship finally, and it is badly damaged along with a crash pod that I detect the signal from. I do make my way over to it, and then eventually I interact with this crash pod.
Rover 1. So that's the name, is Rover 1. Literally, the soundtrack to this game is beautiful. Look at this little funny thing. I don't have any food to offer you. What is going on with your body, mate? That's fine. Everything's cool. Okay. Broadcast it. Broadcast that bad boy. The graphics in this game have just gotten so much better than they were. Anomaly. I'm the anomaly. I am an anomaly.
What we learn from this crash pod here is that this vessel, this starship, is emptied and abandoned, and the cause is Sentinel intervention. And Sentinels are just these little mean robots, kind of like a Terminator. They're evil. Anyway, we need to repair the ship and make it ours so we can get off of this snow planet.
Investigate my ship. Rover 1. Okay. Okay, imminent. Launch thrusters broken. Pulse engine broken. Yeah, this is a strange world. Unequipped. Controls react to my touch. I must have had a bumpy landing then. I'm gonna connect this exosuit. Exosuit connected. Should perform maintenance. What do we need? Okay, let's see. We need pure ferrite and dehydrogen jelly.
I investigate the ship and realize that the ship recognizes me. The launch thrusters and pulse engine are both broken. And as you can see from the dialogue here, I have no memory of anything that's going on. And I'm on a strange world, and it's weird that all this stuff is reacted to me, almost like it was already mine. And if you remember correctly, that dehydrogen I gathered in the beginning that I said I was going to need comes in good right here for the launch thruster systems that require dehydrogen jelly and pure ferrite, so I can already make dehydrogen jelly, as well as you can make launch thruster fuel for your launch thrusters.
Okay. How much is it? I keep hitting that button. Okay, we can make that. I have to make... I'm used to hitting escape, and I keep hitting right mouse button. And it's messing it all up. Okay, so now I need hermetic seal. No, I need metal. Wait, what do I need? There's so many things that I need to... Okay, then the I need to repair so many things. I need pure ferrite. Starship clearly... Oh, geez. What? Pulse engine required... Yeah, request assistance. Salvage the planetary chart. Okay. But I also need... I gotta get me... How do I do this again? I don't remember. Z. Aha! Portable refiner. I need a metal plate. How do I quit?
That brain fart seemed to have lasted forever. I'm gonna need to find a hermetic seal in order to finish the pulse engine repairs. Luckily, the Starship guidance message system popped up and it says that I needed to get the planetary charts from the crash pod in order to get coordinates for hermetic seal in order to finish the repairs. I also am gonna need a portable refiner to finish making pure ferrite for the launch thruster systems. Once we get that taken care of, we can take off and begin exploring the stars.
Okay, so we gotta have ourselves a metal plating. And then we can make this puppy here. Thank you, I'm aware. Fuel supply, carbon. Input is Ferrite. I don't remember how much I need. How much did I need? Oh, I need a lot more than that. Okay, so I need bingo. That is fast cooking, baby. Fast cooking. Quick transfer. Tab. Repair. Okay. That's done.
With the launch thrusters repaired, it's time to start searching for that hermetic seal. I walk over to the crash pod in order to extract the planetary chart so I can plot a route. It is a distance away, so we are definitely skipping through all of the walking because it is a long walk all the way over to this place. So, yeah, let's get walking then.
It can't quite take off yet, even though it has a landing gear because that pulse engine is down. And every time you walk to go do this, a storm usually happens. There's some ships right there. I really want one of the new ships from the update. Condensed carbon is your friend. I love condensed carbon.
During our long walk on the way to the coordinates for the hermetic seal, a storm blows in, which makes your thermal protection fall a lot faster and you have to maintain it even more. Even though that storm is blowing in, I cannot take my eyes off the sky. It is absolutely stunning. The beauty of this game is just unreal and I cannot stop staring at it. When I finally reach the coordinates of the hermetic seal, I come across some abandoned buildings where I seek shelter from the storm. I realize that it was left behind for me by someone unknown. I snatch it up and start heading back to the starship.
Oh, you press F? Carbon nanotubes? Where's my ship? There it is. Analyze.
After acquiring my new visor, I then use it to scan plant life and wildlife to gain units from it. I then take a moment to look at my surroundings of my beautiful frozen planet, and the views are spectacular.
Oh, look at those ships. Look at those ships. I want one of those. I want a big ship.
After finally making it back to the ship, it's time to finally repair this thing and get it in the air. I do repair the hermetic seal and get that pulse engine up and going, but I decide to take a minute and grab some supplies and craft some extra launch system fuel because that stuff runs out super fast. After that, it's time to finally get in space.
Okay, now we can take off. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. Rover 1, first flight. W to take off. All systems functional. Seek answer among the stars. Shift. Here we are. We did it. We're in space. Yes. Boom.
After testing out the flight controls, I get a strange broadcast signal from an unknown source, where the person on the other end is asking me to identify myself. So I identify myself, and all he tells me is that I am not alone. The last piece of the broadcast gives me a pair of planetary coordinates to a nearby warm planet in the system. It's time to go discover what this weird broadcast is trying to lead me to.
Boom. It's crazy, the real-time life travel of this game. Absolutely insane. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Space travel at its finest. Traveling amongst the stars. I mean, look at this. You just don't get this in every game. Slow down, slow down. Look at that. Look at this place. Land where we can. Oh man, this is great. I've literally done this a billion times and it's still amazing to me. Look at this planet. This is a great place for a home.
The planet that I have just landed on is filled with warmth and life, completely different than my frozen empire I just came from. Anyway, the planetary coordinates that I have just followed to this oasis is to another crash pod. This crash pod gives me the plans to a base computer left by someone unknown. This base computer allows me to establish the first base in our long journey in this.
Ah, this is where we start making our base. This is where we do it. This is where we do it. This is a great flat spot for my base. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is going to be fantastic.
Before we can build our base computer, there's a few things that we're going to need to get first. We're going to be looking for some copper. We're going to need copper in order to smelt it down and get chromatic metal. Before we can even get the copper though, we're going to need to craft ourselves a terrain manipulator for our mining laser. This is going to allow me to mine the terrain, kind of like an excavator, but straight out of a gun, straight out of the future. So I take off in search of a copper vein. I do find one and then realize that I got to build that terrain manipulator. So that's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay, I am out of that and I'm also out of dehydrogen jelly. Luckily, there's dehydrogen right there. Do you ever wonder if, like, in real life, you know, if we were to ever be able to find life, you know? Like, if we were able to do this and travel to different planets or different galaxy and planets like this, who knows? Maybe Elon will do it. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I would do it. I mean, send me. Send me.
After I do grab those materials to craft our terrain manipulator, we get it crafted and it's time to mine that copper vein. While mining the copper vein, for some reason or another, I begin to ramble on about Red Dead Redemption 2 and the dinosaur-looking creatures on this planet. So, yeah, we'll cut to that right now.
I gotta also think of what games I want to play. I've really been trying to think about getting into the live stream. You know, I wouldn't mind doing a couple live streams because, you know, it also gives me excuses to play games for a ridiculous amount of time if I ever want to binge. Fun fact, I've never actually, I played a little bit of it, but I've never actually came close to playing more than an hour of Red Dead Redemption 2. And I have been watching a lot of videos on it, and I want to play that game, and I want to what the heck is that? That's a freaking dinosaur. That's what that thing is. I want to ride it.
After acquiring a substantial amount of copper, it is time to whip out the refiner and break that down into chromatic metal for that base computer. With the amount of copper that I am sticking in here, it is going to take a minute for it, so I do distract myself just a bit before flying back to base to build that base computer. While I'm waiting for the refiner to finish breaking down my chromatic metal, I do take another moment to admire the surroundings of the new planet that I'm on, where in the distance I can see my frozen empire that I just came from.
Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Let us go. Onwards. Where's my ship? Where's the ship? Where is the ship? Oh, it's right there. Let's boogie oogie. Let's get back. There it is, right there. Look at this. That's just a perfect flat spot.
After finally making it back to our little base area, I do build the base computer and place it down, where we claim this planet as our new base location. I get another signal and search the base computer archives and find another message in there for me that gives me the plans for new base components, like my walls, roof, and door, and etc. All the things I need to craft my first base.
It's a good flat spot. It's a good flat spot. Don't judge me. Okay, we're going to construct ourselves a little bit of a shelter. Timber floor. Okay, okay, okay. Then we're going to go ahead and put the door up. Of course, I need pure ferrite. Gotta have pure ferrite.
After receiving those plans, I do spend most of my time constructing my base here and gathering resources to do so. I do eventually build a construction module in order to purchase higher tier construction plans like a portal through nanites and or buried technology. All I need to do now is start building.
Literally perfect. Okay, okay. Oh shoot. Okay, here we go. Okay, give me that pure ferrite. Bingo. Oh. Shoot me, son, I'm out of carbon. I just need to do this and then I need a roof. Okay, give me a roof. Bingo. Okay. Now I need a roof. I know my radiation protection is falling, but I need as much. Oh my gosh, there's a freaking T-Rex! Eventually, we will expand to a second floor. Boom. Now look at us. Very nice. Okay. It'll give me magnetized. Just numero uno. So this puppy. There.
After getting the basics of my home built here, the basic structure going, I decided for some freaking reason to go and mess with the roof and mess with little angled roof pitches. I did this for almost 30 minutes or so. So we're just going to fast forward that part. You don't need to see it anyway. We're just going to go on right to the good stuff.
Right, we do. I should probably do it. I'm going to do this one. Okay, we got the there for set. Wait, so now we're going to do. Okay, this is what I need. This is what I need. Okay, so this is what I do. A wall. Okay, finally, let me rotate this that way. I'm so very confused. Okay, no. Okay, so what do I do? Why don't you rotate it? Whatever, listen. Whatever, fine, listen, no. Once again.
Now that that's out of the way, it's time to go and finish the mission, which is finding some buried technology so that we can eventually research our portal from our construction unit there, and then eventually build it so that we can always travel back to this base. After this, I start looking for the materials required to build the portal. I do eventually get everything that I need and then construct the thing and get it up and going. After constructing the portal, I then go and get a signal from the crash pod and get instructions to go and find the space station and speak to people about the strange signal that I've been receiving.
Maybe we can buy some. I don't know. Investigate the space station. We're here to do the space station. Up. And away. Okay, here we go. are. I gotta say, playing No Man's Sky on keyboard and stuff, I much preferred it on controller. Bang. There we go. Arriving. Look at that. It's like a big old arrow pointing. Ah, we are here in the space station. With all the people, not animals, people. Let's see what this mysterious signal is all about then.
I walk around the space station and start asking locals what the mysterious signal could be. None of them seem to know what I'm talking about until one finally says, "We are watching you, traveler, and try and find what we have left for you." And then I seem to have some sort of mysterious vision and then decide to set off back to my base to see if I can decode my vision on my base computer.
All right, let's get crack-a-lacking. We got places to be. Onwards.
After returning to my base, I already began decoding the message in my base computer that I received in my vision. I have absolutely no idea what any of this means whatsoever at all. The message comes alive and begins to tell me that I need to find it. And it gives me a pair of coordinates to the far side of the planet, and it says that life forms have been detected. What in the world is going on? There is some weird, freaky deaky stuff going on here. But curiosity is striking me, so it's time to load up in the spaceship and get going and prepare myself for whatever life form that I'm about to encounter.
Look at these planets, dude. We are arriving at the mystery location now. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's a crashed freighter. Look at this crashed freighter, dude. That is crazy. Wow, it's very ominous. Log damaged. Misfiring circuits are long forgotten. Instead of displaying the ship's log, it spits out a strange sequence of numbers. Take flight. Is it a hyperdrive? Yes, it is.
It is at this point that we learn the blueprints to a hyperdrive. This allows me to travel to other galaxies within the universe. This weird pod, for some reason, is saying that I need to find this anomaly. So I gather the resources that I need to build this hyperdrive, which is microprocessors and chromatic metal. I start by deploying the furnace and making the chromatic metal. At this point, I learned that I can't craft microprocessors at this point in the stage of the game, so I need to go to the space station to buy some. So I head to the space station and buy some, and then I craft my hyperdrive and get ready to travel to the next galaxy. But before traveling to the next galaxy, I head back to the home base to craft a battery. I want a battery so I can have stored energy so that the portal can run constantly, and I always have a way back to the home base and a means of traveling between galaxies.
Let's get the friggin' flaggin' out of here. Where? Freaky deaky. Okay. Okay, device opens. Blueprint, take blueprint?
What just happened here is that I just received coordinates to a strange abandoned building that has been obviously left for a long time, where I found the blueprint to antimatter. Now, antimatter is the key to making warp cell fuel, which allows you to warp between galaxies. And it says that it's time for me to come and find them finally, and gives me the blueprint to antimatter. Luckily, I already had some warp cell fuel that I found at the buried freighter, the crashed freighter, and that we were able to go ahead and fuel up the hyperdrive, and it's now time to travel to the next galaxy.
Okay. Here we go. Very excited. So we need to pull up the galaxy map. Open that bad boy up. So we're just going to the galactic core. So in order to... Here we go. This is where we're going. We're warping to another system. All right, we did it. We made it. Let's see, the space station's off to my right. Okay, space station's off to my right. We're gonna scan these. Whoa, hello. Malfunction. Searching for the route. Searching. Obtained. Huh. What kind of planet are you?
Once I breach into this system, a fuel source has been detected on a nearby icy planet with high sentinel activity. Hey, look at there. It's like the planet that I started on. A little bit like home, except it's guarded by weird alien drones. I land on the planet and begin searching for the signal source. The source turns out to be an ancient ruined structure. So I go up to it and interact with it, and it kind of starts speaking to me through a vision of sorts, and it asks me a question. Am I a traveler or am I a friend? I feel I have awoken the structure once I answer that I'm a traveler. It asks again, is it first or is it last? I have absolutely no idea what that means, and I think I put first for some reason. I have no reason why I put it there, but I do. But then it asks me again, have I seen the Crimson Eye, or has the Crimson Eye seen me? I have, again, absolutely no idea what that could possibly mean, so I answer something that's displayed on the screen right now. Once I answer, it freaks out, and it says that I need to find them, and it starts putting out an alert. It's a little concerning, considering I'm on a high sentinel activity planet there, but it gives me a warp cell fuel.
Find the mysterious messenger. Make your way into space. Interesting. They wouldn't put that feature in here if they didn't want me to use it. So,
after messing around with the ancient structure, I head back into space in hopes that I can find some information on the messenger who keeps sending me coordinates. I start by searching a nearby planet and land at a local's place to talk to him. I don't really learn anything, and I don't really have the option to ask him about the person. But anyway, I head back into space, and my plan was to go back to the space station in hopes that I can ask some people there about what was happening to me. On the way to the space station, I receive an incoming message from an unknown source. It's completely weird. I don't really have any clue who it is at all. There's no indication of a name or anything. Whoever's on the other end asked me to identify myself, so I do. And this someone says that I left them. Like, it's kind of like personal, like they know me. It's kind of weird. I tell them I don't understand, and they say I'm just like the others. So that means that this has happened to other pilots, and he's contacted other people, he, she, whoever. I don't even know who it is. Ask who the others are. The line goes dead, but I receive some coordinates on the back to the icy planet, and I travel to them. Maybe it's back to the, I don't even know the ancient. This is not in the script at all. Yes, travel back to the icy planet. Let's go.
can already see it. It's right here. Yeah, it's definitely that. Look at that ship.
Hey, guess what? I'm back with another voiceover. Yeah, you thought you missed me. You missed me, didn't you? You missed me. Yes. Anyway, I find this abandoned crash ship here, and the reason I found it is because there's a distress beacon, and I'm guessing that it was this mysterious guy who sent it to me. Anyway, the message is scrambled and broken after I repair the pod, but I do learn the pilot's name. It's Artemis. Is this the guy that's been contacting me this whole time? I also learned the advanced mining laser upgrade that I get from the distress beacon. Don't really know how that was in there, but it was. This ship is damaged beyond repair. I mean, look at this. It's such a this big ship. This is like how is it even in one piece? I don't know. Anyway, I leave the planet and I never see the ship again. I left it in hopes that I would go and sell it at the space station and make some money and just buy one. But I completely forget where this is. And I never see this ship again. Anyway, I fly to the space station. On the way to the space station, I get another message, but it's from someone called Nada. And he mistakes me for Artemis. Once he realizes that I'm not him, it is at this point a huge freaking anomaly just warps right in front of me. And this got to be against some sort of law, right? I don't even know. I head to the space station first, though, to try and sell the ship that I never will see. Such a dumb idea. I have no idea why I did it. Anyway, yeah. Well, here's some gameplay now.
Here we go. We are loading into the Anomaly as usual with all the players. Whoa, a little glitchy. Let's see if anybody has any of the new ships. That would be nice. That'd be pretty cool. Wow, look at these. Look at that. That's a new ship. That's one of the new ones, I think. That thing is wicked. That is so cool. I want one. Wow, look at that one over there. I want that one. What? Literally any one of these would be amazing to have. I would be happy with all of them. There's a lot of people in here for the first time, but I'm guessing we're coming to speak to Nada.
I head up to speak to Nada, and he tells me a little bit about the anomaly, but I ask him about Artemis instead, and he says that Artemis is just a traveler, and he doesn't really know that much about him. So I ask about Polo, who is his partner or friend or something like that. I ask about the space station as well that they've built, and he says it's a safe place from the Atlas and Sentinels. It's a kind of a safe haven, which is its main thing. I'm guessing that the Sentinels and Atlas is the bad guys. So I head over to talk to Polo, and I ask Polo about Artemis, and he says Artemis is supposed to be here where I am. Like, Artemis is supposed to be in my place, not me. But he says that they're searching for him ever since he's been missing, although he does say that he doesn't really care if they find him or not. That's just kind of the way the universe rolls. But he says that I should have a look around before I leave. I have a look around the space station and talk to a few people, but then I come across the research units where I can research more technology than what the base one will let me do, and I fiddle around there a little bit and kind of geek over all the stuff that I could have before heading back out into space.
Visit your old friends in space. What? My gosh, hello, you freaky looking dinky thingy. Found me. He's safe. You don't know who you are, do you? Oh, it wants me to boost my signal now. Let's boogie oogie then. 27 seconds.
After speaking with Artemis, I head to find a hollow terminus, which is a long-distance transmitter to contact him since he's so far and lost. I arrive at the terminus and make contact with Artemis, and we speak, and whatever place he's in seems to be kind of messing with him, and I think he might be going a little bit crazy, because what he says next to me and what he shows me, I can't really explain. You'll just have to watch.
They do not respond with speech. Red star in a fragile world. Awaken? Discoverers of worlds.
Since Artemis doesn't really know where he is, we gotta figure out where he actually is located. But we need to travel around and place signal boosters in order to triangulate his position. I build the booster and place it right next to the hollow terminus, and then after that, it's a matter of traveling around to different planets in different positions to kind of triangulate where I am to gather data to give to him.
Gotta triangulate our position here and figure out where we are. Yay!
Navigational data received.
We're heading back again. I guess the only thing left to do is to go to that other planet as well. There's like a town here. Triangulate.
Navigational data received.
After I gather the data, I head to space and I contact Artemis and tell him I've got it, and he tells me to head back to the hollow terminus to upload the data I have collected. Which is weird because it directs me to a different hollow terminus instead of the one I was just at, which is kind of stupid because then I had to fly to a different planet. It's dumb. Anyway, I reach the terminus and upload my data, and Artemis sends me a sketch of the stars because he doesn't really have any equipment, so he sends me a sketch of the stars to maybe I can and see what happens. But he also sends me a translator to speak to locals to see if they recognize the chart. I need to take it to them. I craft the translator, but I need to speak with locals to learn the language and kind of calibrate it.
Speak with aliens on planets and space stations.
So I travel to an inhabited outpost and speak to one guy on a nearby planet. And I speak with him, and they give me a chart to an ancient relic, as well as they teach me a few words. So I go to the ancient relic and I learn some more words from. But then after that, I have to head to a knowledge stone to do the last little bit of calibration before it's completed.
Okay. Let's get this done. Seek help with language. Heck yeah. Get, boy. This is definitely not weird at all, looking into a stone.
After my language thing is calibrated, I head to an alien outpost to ask about my location to narrow down where Artemis is. But the guy won't talk to me. He says I haven't done enough for the Gek. So I have to raise my reputation with him by doing missions. That is mega unfortunate.
Raise your standing with the Gek by tube. Raise standing at mission boards at space stations. As long as I don't get hostile scanned again, because I ain't in the mood to fight. I'm in the mood to get cracking. I got missions to do. I gotta do some stuff with the Gek.